Hey everyone, and welcome to the third episode in this Earthless Demo run. So let's have a look at where we left off, because it's been a couple of days. And of course, if I recall, we were in the manufacturing screen, looking at upgrading. And it took me forever to realise that this button on the right hand side was highlighted in yellow. So I get to choose a card to upgrade. But what does it do? It gives an attack card plus 1 range. So let's have a look. What would we like to give bonus range to? Captain's Orders is the most valuable card there because it's a 2 power card. Deals the most damage. Going with that one. So I'm going to select that and install. And we're done. That card is now upgraded. Took me a wee while to figure that one out. Now what I'm going to do, this is something I only picked up on a bit later on in the playthrough in the last session, is I'm just going to move my portrait on the left hand side up with OBS right now, and let's see if I can straighten this up properly before we continue. Just move that. That is probably as good as I'm going to get it right now. I am currently using the Steam Deck's built-in screen as the preview screen, so it's kind of a little bit small and hard to work with. Doesn't help that it's actually behind the microphone. But anyway, the jankiness of my setup aside, let's remember to turn on that little side light. And I don't believe I've actually set the correct lighting. There we go. That is the light. That's turned off on me already. Wow, yeah, this is very janky. So what I've just done then when I reached out towards the camera was I changed the lighting settings on my phone because yes, I am using my phone as a camera. It is a very janky setup, but what I'm hoping to do in the near future is have a green screen set up in the background so we can just do a little bit more with the camera settings, and you'll finally be able to see my hands as I'm talking with them, because I do that a lot and you guys can't see what I'm doing with my hands. But anyway, let's have a look. So we've gone to a point of interest and we have an energy source. Captain, the team has discovered that Lux pills can discharge enemy into other vessels. Okay, so I'll have a choice. So I can either upgrade the engines or upgrade the weapons. Let's have a look. Let's take a democratic vote on this one. So the weapons get an upgrade. There seems to be a theme here. Everybody loves the weapons, because last time everybody voted towards the weapons. Because the engines, 2 up and 2 down. Weapons, 2 up, 1 down. One person's kind of in the middle. We're going to go with weapons because that's what the majority seem to want. I don't know what the deal is with regards to all these individuals that we're seeing on the right hand side right now. But anyway, we've got card received, cluster missile launch. Nice. We've detected a change in one of your crew's morale, Captain. This could happen from drafting the card of their suits, siding with them in a point of interest, or upgrading their skills during a transmission. I probably upset someone with my choice. That's probably what happened. So to inspect the details, access the crew manifest here. Okay, let's have a look. So we now have a crew manifest. I don't believe that was there before. So let's have a look. That's the crew manifest. There we go. Welcome to the crew manifest. Yep. Crew upgrades. Crew stats. Okay. So, science officer. No affair. Oh, okay. So this guy's happy at the moment. So we gain a barrage card. That's the gunnery officer. There's no surprise there. I've been keeping the weapons guys quite happy so far this game, haven't I? The communication officer is fine, and so is the navigation. So I've not done anything to make those guys happy yet. So let's click away for now and carry on across the map and head to an encounter. And let's see what we have this time. Okay, electronic warfare. Oh no, I didn't have enough time to actually read those. So attacks and skills targeting the player will put a sensor overload card in their discard pile. I had a few of those last game, didn't I? Although I think that was from taking hull damage, which, as you can actually see in the bottom of the screen, about there, if I'm pointing correctly, So yeah, you can actually see how much hull damage I've got now, how much shields I've got, energy levels. You can see the whole deal now. So anyway, let's actually play this game before the full 20 minutes are spent with me just talking to you guys and not actually playing the game. So let's have a look. We need to reach the exit. That's a different strategy to before. So what I'm going to do is we're going to keep to one side if I can. That's probably not going to get in range. One. Okay, so this has a range of 2. If I move, that's a range of 3. I can't reach that guy. So we're going to move all the way over here, out of the way. Let's see, we can lose... Oh, actually, play that, get us some more cards. Haywire Missile, range of 3. Oh, no, don't click that. That's getting rid of things. That'd be silly. Every time... Oh, okay, that could be coming in handy. Missile launch, I could be about to get into range. So I might want to keep that. Haywire Missile. I'm going to get rid of target lock, I think. No. Getting rid of target lock. Going, gone. Final answer. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Every time you gain shield, draw 1 card. I've got no opportunities at the moment to gain shield. So what I'm going to just go with is Haywire Miss... I can't reach, can I? Got to move. Let's move 2 forwards. Okay, so Haywire can reach. That can reach. I'm going to use the regulars on the close range target. There we go.
Target destroyed.
And now we're going to use the long range weapon on that one there.
Target shields are down.
Shields are down, that's all we've got. Why is my eye sore right now? And we're going to be taking hull damage here because I had no opportunity to raise shields. What have we got now? Add a tactical strike card to the top of your deck. No thank you, that's half of my power right there. Captain's orders. I could do with some shields. And draw 1 card, gain 1 energy. That's always brilliant. Every time you deal damage to a target, deal 2 more. Ooh, do I do that? Serrated rounds. Gonna go with serrated rounds. And then captain's orders on that closest target.
Enemy shields are down.
Enemy shields are down.
Shields activated.
That's... okay, gain 1 heat. Next attack card played is played twice. I don't need to play an attack card twice. I've got shields to get me through the turn. Let's move 1 forwards. Indirect area of attack 1. This will be interesting. 6 random tiles will take 6 damage next turn. You know what? That could come in really handy. Oh, it's next turn. So where do these guys plan on being? If I'm understanding this correctly, they're not planning on actually moving. So I'm just going to click there, like that. And that ends our turn because we're fully used up here. At least this time around we have shields.
Shield rendered ineffective.
Hey, there we go, 2 down.
Destroyed.
That's handy. So what we need now is to save ourselves from falling behind in this little red area that we've got at the moment, this hazard zone. Because that's where the enemy is... Actually, it's more like a terraforming effect this time around. And of course there's enemies behind me now. So I need to race forwards. We're going to go with draw 2 cards, discard 1. It's practically free, this ability. Add a tactical strike card to the top of your deck. Going to get rid of that card. Right, let's lose 2 heat so we can actually get some distance. Move full power.
Moving.
Right, next up, we're going to need some shields before I do anything else.
Shields up.
Just to get us through this next turn. And we have 2 energy left. What I'm best off do... Oh, this guy's in cover. Clever. Okay, so if I go with apply more... Have I got 4 energy? No. I don't know why for a moment I thought I had... Oh. Maybe. Is it telling me its energy levels? I honestly don't know. Let me read this. Okay, I don't know what's going on there right now, but you'll notice in the bottom left corner it actually says I currently have 4 energy until I move my cursor away. So I don't know what the deal is. For now, I'm working off the assumption I've only got 2, so target lock to try and get some bonus damage in. Fire missiles.
Target shields are down.
And that's the end of our turn. We have 4 shields to try and get us through the turn. We're probably going to take hull damage. Hey, grey cards are classified as critical error. We've had grey cards before. So in this case, sensor overload. Yay, we've got lots of that again. And the enemy shields have recharged. Can we speed off ahead? Not really. Gain 1 heat. Next attack card is played twice. Oh, hello. Could come in handy. What's this big guy here? This is a Lusk Hive, and it can take a ton of damage. This could hurt. So I'm going to go with Captain's Orders on there. Gain 1 heat, the next attack card. Okay, we're going to try this. We're going to go with Barrage, and then we're going to apply Captain's Orders on the big guy. See what happens. Nice. And because that card was played twice, I got 2 energy back and 2 cards. That's not too shabby a turn. So we've got 3 energy in total to play with now. We've got 3 cards in total to play with. So we can't move anymore. We're fully warmed up. So we've just got to stay put for the turn. We're going to gain some shields. So we've got 14 shields to get us through the turn. I'm sure 14 should be enough. Let's have a look. How many enemies have we got up this way? Oh, no. Did not mean to do that. He's going to move there. That thing, if I read this correctly, is not going to be moving. So, yeah. Okay, so we're going to put this here. So when this guy moves into range, it's still going to, when it moves there. Missile launch. The only one in range is that guy.
Enemy shields are down.
Who is still alive. Damn it. Okay, let's move forwards. Getting hit in the rear and the side and the front. But the big guy is down. We are down to what, 40% hull? We're going down, boys. Okay. Gain shields. Gaining shields not going to help me. Every time you gain shields, draw 1 card. I need cards because I can't move fast enough at the moment. Okay, so gain shields.
Shields are up.
Hey, lose 2 heat. We're using that right away. Did I just do something I didn't want to do? I don't know. Let's move. Move forwards.
Going in.
And gain shields. There we go. And we're going to end our turn there. We should have enough shields this time around to get ourselves through the turn without taking too much damage. And we did. Next up, I want to be firing forwards. I want to get rid of one of these asteroids so that I can fly straight through the gap. What options do we have? Add a tactical strike, deal 3 damage, gain some shields. I've only got 1 movement that I can do this turn. So let's move 1 forwards, just so we're not in the Doomsday area. Let's fire a barrage behind us. So where are these guys planning on moving? They're going to be side by side. So we're going to fire some cluster munitions right behind us. Just so these guys don't come and upset me. Going to get rid of this closest asteroid. And next up, we're going to put some shields up.
Shields are up.
And that is going to have to end our turn. We have 1 energy left over. These guys behind me are going to take some damage in a moment. Oh, more hull damage.
Target destroyed.
Got 1 of them at least. Let's have a look. Draw 2 cards. Gain 1 heat. That'd stop me from moving. That'd be game over right there, guys. If I was silly enough to do that. Okay, what options have we got? Gain 1 heat. Got to get rid of that one. Draw 2 cards, discard 1. We're going to go with battlefield analysis again. Lose 2 heat. Yay, we have that. Submit. Now we can play lose 2 heat. If I can actually double click on it properly. I wonder sometimes if my mouse is actually working properly. But there we go. Open reward pack. I need to find a way of repairing this round because that was brutal. And bearing in mind, I don't recall there was any difficulty settings. This is just raw. So let's have a look. Fire at will. Choose a reward. Okay, so in the past you've probably seen me just click randomly and end up with whatever I've chosen completely by mistake. Not going to do that this time. I'm going to read. Okay, so fire at will. Attack cards cost 0 energy this turn. For every attack card played, an overheat card is placed in your discard pile. Okay. I think I need to read into how the deck building aspect of this game works. But in most card games that I've played like this, whenever you run out of cards in your deck, your discard pile is shuffled back together and turned back into your deck. Or at least that's how games like the Dark Souls card game works. So, of course, putting more overheat cards in the discard pile would mean that when I run out of cards and I shuffle up my new deck, I have waste cards in there, cards I can't use that are slowing me down. As good as this card looks, I don't want it. Gain 2 shield, gain 2 heat, sorry, and gain 10 shield, apply 10 overshield. The unit's maximum overshields have been increased by the number of stacks. I'm not going with that. Cluster missile launch, that seems to be a pretty good card at the moment, so I'm going with it. It always comes down to weapons with me, doesn't it? Anyway, let's have a look at this map. Doesn't really matter which path I choose, they both take me to an encounter and then a salvage site. So let's see, left or right? I'm right-handed. We'll go right. Yeah, that is how I'm deciding it at the moment. No coin flips, just am I right-handed or am I left-handed? Anyway, let's have a look now. Apparently we are 17 minutes into the recording, so we'll see how quickly we can finish this one off. We are destroy all enemies. Every time you gain shield, draw 1 card. I will definitely be gaining shield this turn because I can only use that once. Okay, so let's gain some shield and thus gain some cards. I need to destroy all enemies. So, what's this do? When units end their turn on this tile, they gain 3 contaminated. I don't think I want to find out what contaminated means this round. Do have a cluster, if I can actually get it in range. Which I will do. I'll move 2 forwards.
Taking position.
Now I can cluster munition. Let's see what I can get into range. If I do that, can I reach anything with target lock? I can't. Okay, target lock is a dud. At the moment it looks like I'm going to be using cluster missile and shields up. I'll start with shields up in case I get a better card, because of course shields allow me to draw cards at the moment. I am looking pretty decent at the moment for heat though, if I find myself in need of moving. But anyway, cluster munitions, let's not waste too much time. Fire. And we'll end our turn there. Oh, there we go. Why is that catching fire? There we go.
Enemy shields are down.
Shields are down, got 17 to work through. Draw 2 cards, discard 1. I'll always be playing that card first. So let's have a look. Tactical, get rid of that one. I need to actually focus on the deck building element at some point, because there are probably some cards in here that I don't want. I want to be going this way. So let's start moving this way.
Moving out.
See what I can actually reach with what I've got. I've got Captain's Orders. Vent heat, gain shield.
Clear of contamination.
Every time you deal damage to a target, deal 2 more. I'll gain 1 energy out of Captain's Orders. Deal 2 more. That applies across multiple turns, right? I need to plan ahead. I'm going with that. Okay, Captain's Orders. Let's see, I want it. Oh yeah, this. I'm thinking of something else right now. So, Captain's Orders, if I fire that there. 10. Okay, and I've got one more card left to play. I've got 5 shields. I can probably survive this next turn. So, missile launch, not in range, it does not look. But I can fire clusters. So, let's have a look. If I do... How good a range? There we go. That gets the guy at the back. That's what I want. So, end my turn. Oh, okay, I should have paid attention to where the guy at the back is actually planning on moving. Well, hey-ho. It's a learning experience. Draw 2 cards, discard 1. Let's see, is there one I don't want? Yep, warhead aiming sequence. We'll get rid of that one. Captain's orders. Another opportunity to get some shields. Don't mind if I do in a moment. Haywire missile. Okay, captain's orders. Let's try and get rid of the big guy.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Good. Okay.
Shields up.
Next up, I need to worry about probably the smaller guy up here. Move 1
Moving.
to reach that guy. Hey, I can actually reach that guy with cluster munitions. But what about over here? I'm probably better off if I can reach down there. That guy's planning on moving there. Actually, so if he's planning on moving there, do that. That gets both the big guy and the smaller guy. So that's that done. We have 2 energy left. We could lose 2 heat. I clearly can't reach with my missiles at the moment. The Haywire missile system can't reach. So yeah, lose 2 heat. Move forwards just the 1. That'll get us in range of the Haywire missile launch. Then hopefully when he moves into range of the barrage, it should finish him off, assuming he moves into the barrage. Kind of unsure now as to whether or not he will. But we'll see how this pans out. Okay, so that guy's just given birth.
Enemy shields down.
Okay. I was expecting a better turn, but can't argue. Cluster munition launch. What are you? Oh. Okay, so I can't remember. Right-clicking doesn't always do what I want it to. Gain 1 heat. Next time an attack card is played, play it twice. That could be deadly. We'll do that. Cluster missile launch over this area again. That means that gets played twice.
Shields up.
And let's get some shields. Deal some damage. Oh yeah. So move forwards 1. Do some damage.
Target destroyed.
Hey! End our turn.
Enemy
Haywire missile launch is a go.
target destroyed.
Sorted. Okay, so 4 energy again to work with. We have more clusters to work with. So we are going to probably use them. Let's just have a quick look. Is that in effect still? Halo, what's this over here? Serrated rounds every time. Ah, right, yeah, I forgot about that. So on the left-hand side, where my cursor is at the moment, it's a little bit covered up. Hold on. That's just in case it's actually of any use to you guys. I'm just going to move the icons on OBS ever so slightly. Hopefully this isn't too jank for you guys. I'm really struggling to get this bit to actually not snap. Okay, well, it'll do that. It'll do that. Let's actually play this game. So you'll notice where my mouse is hovering at the moment in the game. Serrated rounds. Every time you deal damage to a target, deal 2 more. That is what's currently active. I've lost the draw an extra card when you recharge your shields ability. So I don't need to worry about playing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for another cluster munitions. But where's this guy planning on moving? He's planning on retreating back that way. So let's see if I can get line of sight. Captain's orders won't do what I want it to do. Let's just fire that like that. Gain some shield so I can tank this turn.
Shields up.
Captain's orders, or that's not going to be in range, whatever I do with it. Haywire missile launch isn't going to reach, so it's going to be captain's orders on the big guy. Sorted.
Eliminated.
End turn. Oh no 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 no! I shouldn't have done that. I didn't notice I'd drawn a card that allowed me to draw 2 cards, but it doesn't matter. it wasn't a big deal. And there we go. We get to choose a reward. What reward shall we pick? So, Gemini missile launch, deal 3 damage. It's a range of 4, so that makes it quite handy. Add a Gemini missile launch with deplete to your discard pile. Depleted cards are permanently removed from your deck at the end of the encounter. Oh, okay. I'm not sure I like the sounds of that. Okay, gain 3 shield and deal 4 damage to all units in range. Pretty handy, I guess, if you're getting ganged up on. Fire at will. I've already ignored that once. I'm going to ignore it again. Going with defensive salvo, because I like the idea of that. It kind of feels like Battlestar Galactica. You know, how they essentially shielded themselves by doing just constant barrages and salvos. But anyway, that is the end of this particular episode, I guess, because we're 25 minutes in. I try to keep these videos around 20 minutes or so, but of course I'm not going to just cut the game halfway through a match. I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to keep these nice and short and sweet where I can. But anyway, yeah, in future videos I am hoping to have a green screen up behind me, so I'll have a much wider, whereby you'll actually be able to see my arms. So yeah, I'll have the camera set much wider with a green screen, and hopefully I won't have to worry about my portrait actually covering up as much of the in-game experience, especially with me having to move my camera around like I did just. But anyway, thanks again for listening, guys, and watching me play through this game. Feel free to check it out yourselves. It is on Steam as a demo if you haven't already caught on to that. But until then, see you guys in the next video. Wow, it's been a long day. See you guys in the next video, and fly casual.